Hey everybody, Tacoma Comics here, and I'm drinking sugar-free iced tea, Snapple stuff. As you can clean out the house, you just put the money down on the storage unit, and I'm going to start bringing the comic books over there tomorrow. So all the boxes, you can clean out the house. You just put the money down on the storage unit, and I'm going to start bringing the comic books over there tomorrow. Is going out. And that just leaves big empty space in the third bedroom. But that's good because while we're also trying to pack and move, my brother-in-law, sister-in-law, and baby niece, who's 6 weeks old, are moving in for a couple days, a couple weeks. They're just moving cross country to Tacoma from New York like we did 10 years ago. And they're 10 years younger than us. So it feels like history's repeating itself. Anyway, we got some comics here that got to go away in a box. And I want to show them to you first. So let you know what's been going on. It's been drips and drabs recently, but I got enough here for a good haul video. You get these covers here with these stickers on from Midtown. You just can't deal with it. But wraparound cover from Deadly Class, Maria and Saya. I think this is issue number 32. Bam! That is some good artwork. And Deadly Class, you got to be on that. It's going to Hulu, going to Sci-Fi for the series. They're filming it now, so it's like a done deal, not like Lock and Key where it's a if and maybe, but Lock and Key looks like it's 90% definitely going to be streaming on Netflix, but Deadly Class will be on Hulu, and love that comic. Still going really strong, really same great energy in that comic, same great teen angst and High School for Assassins thrown in there. Really great 80s punk rock skate culture. Just great stuff that Rick Remender and Wes Craig are doing. I don't think that's Wes Craig on that. Oh, it is Wes Craig on that cover. Never mind. It says right there on my thumb. That's a sick cover. I like that. Toys R Us, man, hit it up. It's getting slim pickings there. The one near us, they're at the 50% mark, which means like there's just empty shelves everywhere, but you can still find something nice. So for $4, I picked myself up the Rock Candy Miss Marvel. This will go really nice next to my Funko Pop. Sorry, did I say Miss Marvel? Former Miss Marvel, the current Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers. That'll go really nice next to my Funko Pop. I'll get Kelly Sue to sign the top like she signed my Funko Pop, and I am not selling that, not cashing in. I have been cashing in big time because I had 3 copies of Captain Marvel 14 and 4 copies of 17 and 3 copies of 14. And so I'm keeping 1 copy of each for my personal collection, but sold the rest. And I picked those up mad cheap, like $1 each or $2 each at half price and comic book shop that should have known better. And they're going for about 80 to 100 each raw right now. All that money is just getting saved in my PayPal account so I can buy some of my bigger comic books without breaking the personal bank. And we need that money for the move and for raising kids in life. So let's see what else I've been doing. You guys on this? It's actually a really good read. I'm going to start picking it up in trades, but saw a good beginning run at half price the other day, so I decided to go for that. So here is issue 2. I already have issue 1. I think I showed that off earlier. Issue 3. Apparently in issue 25, Fred dies, but I don't know if I'm going to collect that far. Look at that cover. This cover is going real popular. This is a Jim Lee cover. And it's really sweet. So double that up there. Little issue 4 goodness. Issue 5. There's some funky, cool covers. Hey, somebody's here. Say hello. Issue 6. And then issue 7 also has a variant cover. I don't know who did the variant cover for issue 7. Let's see. There it is. And these are all like $1 each at Comics the Gathering. Cool name for a shop. So I don't know who did this one. I don't think that's Jim Lee like the other one is. Definitely doesn't look like his style, but that's the variant cover. Or that's the variant cover. I don't know. One of these is the variant cover. But it's a cool little series. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to catch it all. I'll just deal with these first few issues. And then if I still like it, get the trades. I say that a lot, and then I never end up picking up the trades, but that's okay. Right there, I've just this cover, man. I've got this series. I've got the series twice. I don't need it again. I don't need the True Believers, but I'm a collector, and collectors sometimes collect stuff that we don't need because we collect. And there you go. I got that Kitty Pryde Wolverine. If you've never read this, Frank Miller, I think it's just as good as the Wolverine 4-issue limited series that kicked it all off. But what do I know? It's just my opinion. Also, Comics Gathering the other day, I picked up X-Men 168, $5. I thought it was a pretty decent deal. It's a good condition. So I'm going to go with that. I have that already. I got another one because it's just that iconic cover. And then I did not have this one yet. That's 143. So I'm ticking off the boxes. I've got maybe 25 issues left to get the entire Claremont run. Of course, those are 266, 94 giant size X-Men 1 all included. So there's some biggies there, but I'll get them. If you have not read Grand Design by Ed Piskor, please go pick it up. There's a Marvel Treasury Collection edition now. It's like $30. It's like literally maybe 15 inches tall, hardcover, or you can pick these up pretty cheap. This is the second print variation of number 2. The first print looks very similar, so you'd have to look closely to see what the differences are, but some really cool artwork there. Ed Piskor gives you a history of the X-Men, and he does all the writing, lettering, coloring, artwork. He does everything on his own. It's just phenomenal stuff there. I have not seen this one before, so I grabbed myself Wonder Woman Day variant, I guess you'd call it, of DC Rebirth, Wonder Woman #1. So kind of weird, Wonder Woman Day. I didn't know there was a Wonder Woman Day. I don't know if that's a movie tie-in or what. Did not have this one yet. Trying to do the Wolverine run on this volume. I've got like maybe half of the issues from 1 to 100. I think this volume went to like 300. So I don't know if I'm going to grab it all. That's just insanity. But at least I got this one. That's a really cool cover, iconic cover. They have issue 1 for $30 right now, half price books, but it's not like super great shape. And I'm like, that's not a deal. That's just an average price. So I'll wait till they do the half price sale or something. Right here, this Lazarus, the reason I picked this up is because it was 25 cents. If this series ever goes somewhere, this is the first time forever. Carlisle, they showed that there were clones of her as kids and that she's not the only one. So that was pretty cool to have an extra one of. And if you were reading the series, like when you saw this issue come out, you're like, whoa, what is going on? So I thought that was pretty cool. I've never seen this Rebirth cover before. I've got like 4 or 5 of these Rebirths, and I'm probably going to end up selling them and just keep one. But I thought that was a pretty cool cover. It doesn't say it's a second printing, so I think it was just an alternative printing. But I haven't seen it listed too many places. I've seen like the black and white sketch cover of the original and stuff, but I haven't seen that one. This was like the writing on Star Wars is getting horrible, I just haven't been liking the storylines at all. Up until about issue 30, I was loving it, but it's just not getting that good. It's getting boring and just going in places it doesn't need to go to keep the story good. And Star Wars Annual 3, where they put some guest writers on, was horrible. But I thought this was a cool variant cover, so I picked it up anyway. Like, I'm not sure who those guys are. If they're not they're well-known species, but I don't think they're well-known like bounty hunters or anything. I just think they're some made-up guys. So I thought that was really cool. Just pick that up. X-23 #1. Marjorie Liu. Really nice stuff. Gosh, I'd love to get her Monster series, but it's like $20 for #1 right now, and it's just too much. Don't know if you ever read the Nam back in the 80s. It was really, really cool. And this almost seems silly and gimmicky, but, given its popularity now and the fact that I'm trying to collect the entire run of the Nam, this is the Punisher Goes to Nam, this little 2-issue guest appearance of the Punisher in the Nam. So the Nam was like a 6-year-long comic book or maybe longer, and it was an issue a month, and it's supposed to represent the entire time that that the Vietnam War went on. And it seems a little dated now, but at the time that it came out, and I've talked about it before in other videos, the time that it came out, it was actually remarked on even by veterans as being very true to life of how Nam was and being like the best depiction of of a war in a comic book. So I thought that's pretty cool. So I've always liked that one, and glad to get that series. Hey, man, my dad and I bonded over the comic, Funk Off, I assume, or the war. Assume you mean the comic, the way you wrote Nam. Yeah, it's a really good comic. Totally dug it, and it's nice to kind of recollect it. Sure, when I was a kid, I was just getting like issues 1 through 20, 1 through 3, then fell off. So it's nice to pick that up, and the Punisher goes to Nam is pretty darn cool. I'll be happy to read that storyline. I don't think I ever read that. Another one I got pretty cheap, and they all came in Mylar, was The Realm. I got issue 1 of this already, and then I read it, and really, really liked it. Really cool covers, great artwork, cool storyline. I haven't read past issue 1, but I got 1, 2. I've got 3. I've got 4. And I got 5. So I was pretty happy to get 1 through 5, $2 each. Number 1 was has some spine creases. So, slabbed, it still goes for like $60, $80. Unslabbed, you can get like 20 for it. But copy I got is like a $2 copy. It's not worth that much. Bam, right there. All New Wolverine 14. Kind of working my way through the All New Wolverine run. Already have issue 2, second print, which is the big hard one to get there. Wolverine number 9. Yeah, Realm is pretty good. It got like super hype when it came out. They're like, oh, it's a new Walking Dead, except it's not zombies, it's more monsters and stuff. And then it went off of everybody's radar. But it's still a good comic. I mean, we hype stuff up so much, expecting something to be the next big thing and get an option for a TV show and movies coming out, and everybody's all on it, and then it drops out, and it's like, these guys are still churning out quality comics month after month, issue after issue. So I think we have to, have some time to let things develop and not just write them off because, the hype died down after, a couple issues, because it's still a really good comic. And, you look at those covers, there's a lot of quality work going in there. I'm not a big fan of cutesy comics, but I thought this one, the fact that they did Groot and Rocket like this, I don't like Scotty Young covers at all. I thought that was pretty cool. I actually dug that and only paid like $2.50 for it, half price. So I like that one. Got a few of these Alpha Flights. I forget, to tell you the truth. There's some key to 51. I can't even remember what it was. So I picked that up because it was $1. Picked this one up because I've always loved this cover for like 30 years or more. I've loved this cover. I thought that was pretty cool. I believe her name is Snowbird. And I don't know if she's related to the Snow Guard that just appeared in Champions, but I thought it's pretty cool. So pick that up. Yeah. For $1. Is that the first Jim Lee at Marvel? Is that why I like that one so much? Well, that is good to know. Thanks, Poor Man Comic. Good to see you too. Appreciate the history lesson, because I might have known that at some point in the last 30 years, but I did not know that right now. Pink Pearl. She's a character that everybody knows, right? No. But there you go. Pink Pearl is right there. This is the first appearance of Pink Pearl. But for $1, pick it up. Get some key Alpha Flights, even if they're not very big. Oh, the one before that. Sorry. Right there, 51. Is that why I picked that up? Okay, so that's good to know. That's very good to know. And if you were here before, Poor Man, I was showing some of the Jim Lee latest stuff he's doing, the variant covers for Scooby-Doo Apocalypse, which is pretty cool. You guys saw that one. New Mutants 17. Somewhere I've got New Mutants 18 and 19. I bought them as a pair, and I already had an issue of 19. So I'm just trying to fill out that run. That was something I did read the first 25 when I was a kid, because I was a huge X-Men fan. But that's the Demon Bear 18 and 19, which is really huge. And then I got this one, and I've shown the original. I think I've shown the original of this before. If you can ever find this story, this is a reprint, actually. I didn't know this existed at all. This is hands down one of my favorite Spider-Man Wolverine stories, one of my favorite single issue of comics ever. It's like classic characterization of Wolverine, classic characterization of Peter Parker's Spider-Man, as like the young kid who doesn't know anything and isn't above his head, and Logan as this gruff old guy that's been around since World War II, and he's got a girlfriend who's a secret agent who was around during the Cold War and has left a job undone and now is dying. So she's going back to kill all the people that turned on her, but all like the KGB and the CIA and MI5 and everybody's after her, and Wolverine's going to help her out, and Spider-Man's over his head, and just like everything about this comic is well written, well done. If you didn't know who these characters were before, you get perfect characterization of them. Spider-Man versus Wolverine. Now, I've seen another comic called Wolverine versus Spider-Man. That's a totally different story, so be careful. This is not the original. This is a reprint, but I was totally excited to get that, to see that there was a reprint of it. Because like I said, I had absolutely no idea. So if you have the chance, pick that up. For those of you just joining me, I know it's live stream. You can go back and watch this, so I'm going to just pop through that Deadly Class that I was showing before. It's a wraparound cover by Wes Craig. Got that off of Midtown at their 60% off sale, so it didn't cost me a lot, but love that cover. I was also showing off, man, you get yourself to Toys R Us. I grabbed the $4 for that Captain Marvel rock candy. I haven't played it yet. I got a drone. I took it out of the packaging. Got a little mini drone there for $15. A lot of things are gone at Toys R Us by now, but what's left is getting super cheap. Just popping through the Scooby-Doo Apocalypses, Apocalypsi, Apocalypsum. And that's the Jim Lee variant cover to issue 4. Kind of getting noticed a lot. And there's 5 and 6. And there's 7 and a variant of 7. So kind of catch you up if you came in halfway through the stream and don't feel like watching it all. But here's the big things I want to talk about, man. That's issue 4. I got a few of these really cheap, and I didn't know if you guys have heard this or checked it out. Highest House. If you're not on this comic, this is an excellent comic. It's by the guys who did Unwritten. They've done some other stuff together, Mike Carey, and I can't believe I can't remember his the artist's name. Mike Carey and Peter Gross. Really great comics team. And this is magazine size, so it doesn't fit in normal bags, which is kind of annoying, kind of cool. But it's full of detail like this in the drawings. I mean, just absolutely fabulous art. Loving this. It's a very classic story. Very classic story. Hey, poor man, send me your address and I'll send you one, because I got 2 of those, so I don't need 2 of them. But thanks. Yeah, they do look really cool. 40 to 60% off. Yeah, we're at 50% off right now. 50 to, it says 40 to 60, but almost everything is 50, except the really expensive stuff was a little cheaper. So yeah, Highest House is just gorgeous. It's a real classic story. It's nothing you're going to be like, I haven't heard that story before, but it's just really well done for what it is. And the reason I took these out is I actually forgot to grab the bag. I just got 2 of the sketch covers for 1 and 2. I got those from Midtown as well. So, it's just really great. It's a guy in a kind of medieval fantasy world, and he's a kid, but he keeps doing all the right things to get noticed by the master of the house, who wants to save, who keeps rewarding him. But then there's a demon who keeps trying to get him to help overthrow. And he's in love with the daughter of the master, who doesn't requite his love because she's in love with somebody else. And so, like I said, it's a common story, but it's done so super well. If you see these at all, absolutely grab them. I know my LCS said that they were going to give me, they were going to save me some bags because they didn't have, and these are like, they look embossed, but they're not. They're just shinier, like in parts of them. They're going to grab me some magazine bags to put, and boards to put them in, because they don't fit. So again, the artwork here is just phenomenal. Intricate and detailed and expressive. Absolutely loving this series. Loving the fact that it's just in this large format, because it's it's stuff that they couldn't do otherwise. And then I just picked up. Oh, you already have that Scooby one? All right, no problem. just picked up number 4 and read it last night. Love that cover again. And this is when issue 4 is when the shit hits the fan, if you'll excuse my language, and the castle's under attack, or the house is under attack. And, he, of course, saves the girl again. And then we realize there's rebellion going on, and there's wizards and all sorts of things, and magic comes into it, and it gets really deeper into the story. So Highest House, Peter Gross and Mike Carey, IDW. Like I said, I highly suggest you get on that. It's a really great series. I'm loving it. Just beautifully done. All right, and the last thing I wanted to show you, because I've never done this before, there's Saga number 1. This is not slab. This is just like, you buy these cases yourself, which, unless you're trying to like really preserve stuff, is the way I suggest going for like your good comics. But it's a signed by Fiona Staples. There's not a blemish on the front. I'm not like afraid to hold it too tight. Maybe a corner ding, not even a corner ding there. There's no spine creasing at all. No spine dings. There's nothing. But on the back, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. The back is not 100% clean right there. And the back has a few dings. I would guess this is a 9.2, 9.0, and I'm being conservative. Maybe it would get a 9.4. But anyway, because I want to preserve this one, and because I want to keep this for other comics that I want to slab, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this into PGX for cleaning, grading, and signature verification. Printed out, they get the online forms. And I've never done that before, so I'm really kind of excited to do that. It should be kind of cool. It's a great comic if you haven't read Saga, but obviously most people probably heard about it. So I have no idea. I'm hoping to get that to a 9.6 or even a 9.8. That would be really nice to have a verified signature Saga number 1. I'm not worried about getting it slab. For Brian K. Vaughan, he rarely does appearances outside of Canada, so I don't think I'm going to meet him at all. But I'd be interested to know what people think of getting stuff slabbed and graded and signature verification specifically through PGX. They look a lot cheaper and easier to go through. I know CGC is like the place to be, but I'm not worried about the value of this. And, I think getting it slabbed and graded by PGX should be fine. Thanks, Funkoff. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Never done it before, and it's pretty pricey, I think. So to get it, signature verification for a modern comic, and grading and cleaning and pressing. So they cleaning and pressing come together. It's not like you can do one or the other. Altogether, that's $45 for a comic. I listed the fair market value at $200. I don't know. That's kind of accurate for an eBay price. If it was in perfect condition, it might not be worth quite that much, but it's just guesstimating, and they go by $50 increments anyway. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see what I get on that. Can't wait to get it back. I got to send it off. I've had this print out for like a couple months. Just haven't gotten around to it with everything else, but pretty cool. So yeah, that's all I got to show you guys today. Bunch of comics, recommending Highest House to everyone, and showing that little slab, that Saga number 1. I'm going to get it sent off to get slabbed and see what happens. So thanks for being with me, everybody. This has gone on long enough. I've got schoolwork to do. I've been putting off, but 23 minutes, good video. Poor Man's Comics says $10. $10 for what? I'm not sure where you're coming from, but I'll get that in a second. So yeah, Saga number 1. We'll see. I'll do a video when I get it back, unboxing video, see what grade I get, and what they, how it looks. Be really interested to find that out. And so yeah, if you guys can get on Highest House, definitely get on that. Great comic. And otherwise, I'm just looking forward to the summer and moving the house. I got about $10 from CBCS. Okay. Oh, sorry, that's different people commenting. So Matt says I should go CBCS. Poor Man's Comic, I'm still not sure what the $10 is in reference to. Okay, just I thought you were just it's one of those things where it's hard to tell. Yeah. You put another 0 on the end of that, I'll be happy. I got it for like $20, I think, or even less, just before like things really went up with Saga. So I was pretty happy for that. Um, yeah, thanks for being with me, guys. I'm going to end this now because otherwise I'll go on forever. And I'll talk to you all later. Take care.